Hey, it's Emma here and welcome back to our adventure. So we have moved on from Singapore and we are now back in central Vietnam. We are currently in Hue and the plan is to explore the Imperial city in Hue before moving on to Hoi An and exploring the old town there. So it's going to be a slightly different format today. I am by myself exploring the city. I've just got the Imperial city behind me here, and I think we're going to leave that to tomorrow when Matt joins me back again. But for the rest of the day, I think I'm just going to wander around, see the sights there is in the city. I saw there's a market as well that looked like it had some really good food, so I think I'm going to go check that out as well. And yeah, just see everything there is to explore here. So just walking around the Imperial City walls, you come across so many of these entrances. They are so ornate. I just love the amount of colour you've got in them as well. And you've actually got like plants that are just overgrown into them. Yeah, it does look just so, oh, I love it. I absolutely love this architecture with the dragons above the doors like that, and then just the mosaic. I think it's painted on just to, yeah, that looks absolutely amazing. So looking forward to visiting it tomorrow. In the meantime, I am going to cross over this bridge here and head further into the city. Found a bit of peace and quiet from the hustle and bustle of the street. So scooters are really loud. The horns are just constantly beeping, and so now I've come to, I think it's Nguyen Van Troy Park. It's a little bit of quietness here, and it's actually quite small, but it's nice. There's a few flowers out, a bit of greenery. It's always nice to see that in the city centre. So one thing I don't think I actually realised is just how much people are approaching me being by myself. There are so many either cyclists or scooters that are coming up to me asking for if I want a taxi. It's quite funny because when like the two of us don't seem to be approached that much yet today, I can't walk 50 metres without somebody coming up to me asking me if I need a taxi. Oh, it's so hard just to walk peacefully in this city, I swear. It's quite funny. There's nothing I love more than just walking around and coming across places like this. Honestly, it's just around the corner from the Imperial Citadel that I was walking around. I came across that little place and it was actually quite interesting inside, completely free to go in. And it just tells you a bit about the history, about the different ministries. They had some people making the traditional Vietnamese hats, some woven bags, the lanterns, and so you can actually see them making it in the process. And actually, if you really want, you can try some of their tea there that they have on sale. So I've just had a wander around the outside of the Imperial City, and honestly really nice. There's lots of little streets and vendors and some artists actually painting the entrances. It's really cool to see. And I've just come back to the riverfront, the Perfume River, and it's just so nice to see in cities like this where they have actually made an effort and made a walkway along the riverfront where you're actually separated from the cars, and as you can see you've got like a few different sculptures behind me. It just makes such a nice little environment to come for a walk along the river. So this path goes all the way from, and even before actually, the Imperial City, and it continues along the riverfront right up to the market, and I think you can continue even after there. However, I'm going to stop at the market and try and find something to eat. Apparently Hue is really well known for quite a few different local dishes, and I've heard that the market is the place to go if you want that authenticity. So I'm going to continue walking to the market and find a bite to eat. This is the Dong Ba Market, and it honestly sells everything you can imagine. Currently here you have all of the fresh produce, like just so much fruit and veg. You really have the choice of everything. And then on the inside, if I'm not mistaken, you also have a lot of different stalls that sell clothes, sell food, sell all the parts for your motorbike even. You can find anything and everything that you need here. So here I have some the kind of little rice pancakes with some crispy, not too sure what it is, but these crisp bits are really nice and a bit of chili. And then the lady, because I said I didn't eat pork, she was really kind. She fetched me these dumplings here with bean, and they're honestly amazing, really good. Dipped with a bit of this sauce here. Yeah, definitely worth a try. So I don't really know what this is, but she's fetched me over another dish here. And again, it looks like some rice noodles with a bit of veg and some chili sauce. So okay, I'll give this one a go. It's quite yummy as well, actually. So I've had to tell her to stop bringing me dishes because she's come over with another one. This one here looks like some spring rolls with a peanut sauce. It's really good. So those 4 dishes, I actually had to be quite firm with her towards the end because she just kept pitching more and more dishes. So those 4 actually came to 80,000 dong, which is about €3 that, which isn't too bad. But yeah, I think you just have to be really firm with them and tell them that you only want that 1 dish or 2 dishes, and otherwise they're going to keep coming. Honestly, they were actually really good though. I think my favourite probably would have been the last one, actually, the spring roll. It had like a really nice warm peanut butter sauce with it. Oh yes, it was really good. And then yeah, the dumplings actually fetched as well were really good as well, so it wasn't all lost. It's the next day now. After the market yesterday, I went back to our hostel room and just tried to plan the next leg of our trip down to Hoi An. So I'm back out this morning here and currently walking to the Imperial city. So I'm going to go explore that this morning and see what it's like. Welcome to the Royal Palace of Hue. Look at that building, that is one amazing gateway into the Royal Palace. Tickets to the Imperial Palace cost about 200,000 dong, and you can combine it with some of the tombs around town that I have heard are actually really beautiful and worth a visit. So that's about €8 per person to come and visit the Imperial Palace by itself. What I do know right now from the signs that I've read was the Imperial Palace was built in the 1800s. Its construction was from 1804 to 1833, and it was built inside the citadel walls of Hue, and this is about 36 hectares worth of palace here. It was, however, very destroyed quite a lot during the Vietnam Wars, and so there's been extensive restoration done, and it's still ongoing today. Yet there are many places that you can still visit around the palace. As I was saying earlier, how a lot of this site was destroyed during the wars, this is one of the examples here. It's meant to be a temple. There isn't much left, to be honest, though they have actually built the gateway and the entrance, and I think it's just beautiful how they've built this little garden into it as well. It's just rather ornate and at least gives you a little something to look at here at the temple. So I don't think I quite realised just how big this whole complex is. I thought visual, 2 hours would be done. 2 hours is finished and I still haven't even scratched the surface on everything there is to visit. The really nice thing is it's just really quiet right now. There aren't many people, so it really does feel like you're getting each temple to yourself to explore. And then the attention to detail that they have done when they've been restoring all these temples is absolutely beautiful. They really have put in an effort to actually restore it back to its original quality, really. But yeah, there are just so many temples, and each one of them is actually dedicated to the emperor himself, whether it be his wife, his mum, his dad. It's just the whole family has a temple. And so within a complex you actually have multiple different temples to go and visit that all have a different style and a different just something different about them that you actually end up exploring each and every one. And just no, it's a really nice place to come. So after what seems like a very long walk down this corridor, you come to the Forbidden Purple City. Now this is more the entrance you're expecting. And that would be the Royal Palace. This place really does go on forever, from palaces to residences to temples to a theatre here now as well. Honestly had no idea just how big this whole complex was. There's actually some gardens that are really beautiful. We've got like a lot of different bonsais and plantations in there that are really cool. And then in the theatre here you've got all the masks and the costumes that they would use while on set. And if I'm not mistaken, you can actually come and see performances here. They are available at the ticket office. I don't know when, but like I'm sure you can find the information out of the ticket office. Yeah, I honestly can't believe how much this place goes on and just how much there is to see here. So this is a nice little addition. You just got the exit there to my right, and here you have a traditional crafts space where you can come in and see them making like the traditional hats, the flowers, the kites, the fans and bags and everything. I think it's just a nice little wink to the tradition and their crafts. Okay, so that is it. I have finished the tour, I suppose, the visit of the Imperial City. Honestly, I am absolutely amazed by just how big that place is inside, and that's actually not even with half of the residences, the temples, because they were all destroyed. There's still quite a lot left and they're still restoring quite a few, but that took me I think 4 hours, so I can understand how people can spend a whole day there easily. I'm pretty sure I missed off sections, but I would recommend it. I think I visited enough, I'm happy with what I saw. So yeah, if you're in Hue, I would definitely recommend a visit there. It's absolutely beautiful inside. And yeah, you don't have to visit everything. You are completely free to see the temples that you want. A word of note though, I think for some of the temples you do have to make sure your knees are covered and that you're wearing sensible attire, like most temples here anyway in Asia. But it's just worth noting, and if you want to visit them, just to make sure you have something to cover your knees up. So after a 3-hour bus ride, we are now in the town of Hoi An. And first impressions is it's absolutely beautiful. We're literally situated next to the old town, and honestly the streets are amazing. And they're actually currently setting up for the night market here. I think it's every night from 5 p.m. So we're definitely going to check that out. And Yeah, Matt has finally ventured out a bit. I think he's feeling a little bit better, but no, it's nice just to wander around the streets here. How beautiful is this town? So at night it is purely cyclists and pedestrians here, and this whole place comes alive with the street market. I just love how beautiful these buildings are. The French colonial style is, oh wow, I love it. It's completely different architecture to different places we've been so far as well. It's got a completely different vibe. So if there was ever any doubt what Hanoi is famous for, we've been walking just down the old street here and I've come across so many tailors, and if it isn't a tailor's, it's a coffee shop. Can't help but think she's got a slight problem with a boat. Maybe don't use her boat tonight, hey? Night market, and one of the specialities, I've seen quite a few of them, they're rice paper cake, and it's kind of filled with like a bit of like tomato, onion, and some salad, and it's yeah, it's really nice. It's really crispy on the outside, and the inside is really nice and just, it's a good mix, definitely different. So we've come down to actually one of the local markets. We've just been walking around the old town this morning. There is so many scooters around right now, but it's just so nice to see all the fresh local produce. There's a few stalls selling just homemade souvenirs, bags, clothes, so many clothes. But no, it's just really nice to see. And Matt's back out. It's been a bit better, which is really good. So I was going to wander around the old city today. I don't know, we might get some bikes and head towards the coast and see what that's like on the outskirts. But for the moment, we're just in the market. One of the things we have learnt here actually is the oranges, so you can just see them here. The oranges that you grow here are actually not orange, they're green on the outside and then a vibrant orange on the inside. If it's orange on the outside, then it's been imported. So we've switched out, we haven't got a motorbike this time, we've got two bikes. It's only about 2-3 kilometres to the beach, and yeah, there's a lot of people just going around on bicycles, so we figured that we'd go with the flow and take a leisurely bike out to the beach. So that bike ride honestly wasn't too bad. It was about a 5-kilometre bike ride. It took us a lot longer, I think, purely because our bikes just didn't have any gears, and so it felt like we were just pedaling into emptiness the whole way here. But about 20 minutes out of town, we are here. Look at this beach. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I didn't fetch my swimwear, so the best I could do is just come and dip my feet here in the water. It's so refreshing though. It's actually really nice and warm and just actually really clear. It'd be kind of cool just to have some goggles and see what you could see through here. I doubt there are many fish or many coral reefs, but yeah, it'd be cool to check out. Smile! Yep, so we have biked back from the beach and we're just back out again. Now we're going to come and try find some coconut coffee or something. Yeah, I think he's feeling better. He's found dogs to pet as well, so We found the coconut coffee. Look at this. It's so good. It's actually like coffee then with like a coconut ice cream. It's just so good. This is us for the night.